Savi, what do you know? Start the show.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Geeks Who Like Sports Mashup.
Mashup.
And as always, I am Ray Carcillo in beautiful Los Angeles, California. Join my best friend in the entire world over in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Lee Elias. Lee, we got a good one for the people today. Because of the debacle that is now going to happen down in Brazil.
Is debacle the word? I mean, a debacle would denote that somebody made a mistake.
Well, I think that's the thing. I think somebody made a mistake.
This is a little bit beyond someone making a mistake.
So because the Eagles and Packers are going to start the season down in Brazil, and now there's talks that they might not be able to wear their green jerseys because of the stadium they're playing in.
I bet they will, but yes.
I think they will as well. I think the NFL will figure something out, but again, showing just sometimes how sometimes folks don't think things through. What colors would superheroes change to if they couldn't wear their normal colors, their normal uniforms, their normal costumes, whatever you want to say? Lee, I have some. I mean, this is so fun because there's so many alternate comic book costumes throughout history that I think a lot of guys would go to. But please start us off. Who is your first?
Well, let's start with Superman. All right,
Yes.
because red, white, and blue, Superman.
Yes.
Originally, Ray, I was going to tag him with Captain America, but actually, I'm going to go a different route because I don't think they should be tagged together. Okay.
And Superman's technically more red, yellow, and blue.
I'm sorry. That is fair. It is red, yellow, and blue, but I'm changing him to mostly green because of his home planet of Krypton. Right. There's a lot of green on Krypton, even though kryptonite itself is green. I think he would represent himself better that way. Also, when he doesn't have his powers, he was offered to be a Green Lantern. And I would like to see that happen. But I can see him in like a green. You can't be heavy yellow, but a green costume, like something more Krypton based.
That's
green
fair.
and white. Green and white.
I mean, that could work. I mean, look, we've seen blue, we've seen red, we've seen black suited Superman. He's got so many alternates over the years.
That's why I didn't go black and white because it's happened.
Right. And that's the thing. That's an interesting one.
Well, again, listen, he's red, white, and yellow because from his point of view, he's from Kansas. He's American. He stands for the American way. So I took myself out of that. If you can't do that, well, where's his next home? It's Krypton, right? And so Krypton, depending on when you're watching it, it's actually very light. But the planet core is green. So I think that would actually be a pretty cool thing. Also, maybe a diversionary tactic when Lex Luthor has some kryptonite. Maybe you don't see it. Maybe you do. Maybe it blends in.
Maybe.
Green.
Maybe.
Superman's green.
That's a good one. So the next
Thank you,
one.
Ray. It means a lot coming from you, Ray. Thank you.
I was thinking about Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
And since it is Geeks Who Like Sports,
Red, white, and blue.
knows. No, well, his colors are obviously red, blue, and maybe a little bit of black.
Yes.
But
There's
I
white
was
there.
Sometimes some suits there's white.
As
And that's
long
the
as
thing.
you
Spider-Man is hard because he's had so many costumes over the years, right? He has. I mean, obviously there's silver and black. Obviously, he's the black and white with the Venom suit symbiote.
Yeah.
But there's the Power Cosmic Spidey, which is kind of like a white and blue.
Yeah, some have gold. Some have gold.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a lot. There's been red and gold. But I was thinking, since it's Geeks Who Like Sports, and we all know that Spider-Man, because he's a bit of a loser, and so he likes the Mets, who are always losers, that he would change his uniform to be more orange and blue and white to represent his hometown Queens, the Metropolitans, so that everybody knows there's that loser Spider-Man. And just like the losers that are the Mets, and then J. Jonah Jameson would be like, I don't want pictures of Spider-Man anymore.
We're not printing this.
Fan. Yeah, we're not printing this. We're not printing this.
You're a very angry neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yes. Well, yes. He'd be like, oh, what was that on Balls and Stripes? That's terrible. Come on,
disgruntled, delusional neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yes, absolutely. So I think Spidey, as a Mets fan, I think he would change the red to orange to represent his hometown Mets. And then and then all the villains would laugh at him because they would be like, we're Yankee fans and we're going to win this one because we're the Yankees. And that's what the evil empire does. So, Lee, who's next for you?
Let's do Captain America.
Captain America throws his mighty shield.
Yeah. I imagine if he had, again, where's the red, white, and blue?
Yes.
I imagine if he had to change, he would actually change more to a camo military.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, he'd probably go back to his military roots.
I like that.
He was in the army, which would have been that kind of olive green color in the 1940s.
Yeah.
He could modernize it with just some modern camo today, but like, he could still be Captain America and look pretty cool with that, or even that kind of that gunmetal color would be kind of cool. So darker looking, but more military-esque.
No, I think that's a great one. Yeah, like some sort of a camo or a variety of camos. Obviously Cap has recently been Hydra Cap, so he's had green. Obviously, he was Nomad for a while. Cap has had a variety of costumes, and of course, there was U.S. Agent, who was not Cap, who wore the Cap costume for a bit, but obviously, and obviously the Falcon's costume, still red, white, and blue, but also very different. So very, very. That's a good one. I like that one.
I got one more, but if you have one, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to now go with Batman.
Batman.
Because I'm Batman.
Bright pink.
Although Batman has had costumes that have gone the gamut, literally every color of the rainbow, including
yellow
costume.
Everything.
Right? Batman does whatever he needs to do, and I think that's why sometimes he's a hard choice for this, because again, it's kind of like pick your poison. Batman, by the way, also speaking, offered to be a Yellow Lantern.
Yes, he did.
Because he strikes fear into the hearts of everyone.
There's been a yellow Batman before.
There's yellow Batman, then there's the Signal, who of course wears yellow in the daylight, fighting crime when Batman's asleep or whatever. But I would like to see Batman almost wear kind of because again, he was kind of inspired by there's a little bit of a vampire aesthetic there, almost like a Dracula costume, where he's kind of got where it's black, but like a reddish cape and like maybe a white bat symbol. I think that would be an interesting take on him, a horror monster-esque almost take on him. Because again, many people, especially in the comics, the lore is that Batman is like a vampire. Batman's fought Dracula before.
Yes.
Yes. So I think he'd go that route. I think he'd be like, I beat Dracula, but I really liked his vibe. I really liked his aesthetic. I think I'm going to go black, white, and a red cape. And I think that's what I'm going to go with.
I mean, are you really changing his color scheme?
A little bit. The cape primarily, right? It's more the cape and the cowl more than anything. Because I mean, look, Batman's also been Batman of Zarena, has a purple cowl and a red suit. This would be everything. This would be a black suit, white utility belt, white bat emblem, red cape and cowl.
Okay, now I see it now. That is different.
Right. So just enough. Again, it's not easy for somebody who's literally worn every color of the spectrum.
He really has. For those of you listening, you should look this up. He has literally worn every color.
Yes.
Right.
So.
Deadpool is not disqualified this week.
Ooh.
But his color scheme change is pretty easy. He's going to go to yellow and blue.
From Wolverine.
It's his best friend. He loves him. He fanboys over Wolvie more than any other character in the entire comic universe.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, it wouldn't look horrible, to be honest with you. It's been done.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. I think an X-Men color or Department H colors or something like definitely yellow and blue would actually fit with Deadpool very well. Deadpool also somebody who's had not as many color changes. He's worn a black and gray when he's part of X-Force. But primarily the red and black has been kind of his go-to. And actually, and similar, Spider-Man's his other best friend. A red and blue could also probably work for Deadpool.
Yeah, that's very fair. He already wears a lot of red. That's why I didn't pick that one.
Yeah, change the black to blue. But yeah, yellow and blue absolutely would be a great alternate. Absolutely.
Yeah, or black and orange, like the other Wolverine, that burnt orange that he wears sometimes.
The burnt orange and yellow. That would might be really, really.
Yeah, I've always loved. I love the Wolverine yellow and blue costume. I've always have.
Sure.
But there's something special about his kind of orange and deeper orange.
Yeah, the brown, almost too. Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always. I mean, and good on X-Men '97 for bringing that back.
Yes, absolutely, the classics. So, but everybody,
we want to know
what you think. So, those are just 5 examples of what we're thinking about. Give us a superhero. Give us an alternate costume that you think that they should wear that they probably haven't worn already before. Again, obviously some of these have a lot of alternates already out there, but that's why it's even more fun when we come up with something that they haven't worn already before. So again, we want to know what you think with this one. But for Lee, I'm Ray, and this has been this week's Mashup.